Hello again. We're going to resolve some applied chords now. We'll resolve some secondary dominants of 5. So my first one here in B-flat major, I have my key signature already written in. I'm going to start from the end and just get a bass note for my 5 chord. The 5 in B-flat is F, so I'm just going to write that in. Now I know I need a 5/7 of 5 in B flat. I know that my 5 in B flat is F. I just figured that out by writing the F for the root in that final 5 chord. So now I need to know what is 5 of F. What is my 5/7 in F? Well, 5 in F is C. So the root of that dominant 7th chord is going to be a C. I'm going to put that in my bass because I want it in root position. And then I'm just going to voice the chord. So I need a C. I'm spelling that 5/7 chord as if it were in F major, and F major has 1 flat. So my chord is C. It's going to be an E natural because there is the C7 chord in F. C7 has no E flat, it has E natural. The 5th of the chord is G, and then I need a B flat. You can recall from the video, the longer video that you watched, that all of these have a raised 4 or a raised subdominant, a raised scale degree 4. In B flat, my scale degree 4 is E flat, so I need to raise it. So that becomes E natural. So I'm just going to voice my chord. I'm going to put the E natural up in the top voice. I'll put the G in the alto, and then the B flat in the tenor. The B flat is already in the key signature, so I don't need to repeat that. And then I need to remember my tendency tones, which notes need to resolve in a specific way. So my tendency tones, for any dominant chord, we need to resolve the leading tone and the 7th of the chord. So here we need to resolve the local leading tone, and that's the leading tone in my temporary key. My temporary key here is 5 in this case. My leading tone always goes up. It will always go to that temporary tonic. In this case, you can always say, and with these applied chords, that it's always the root of the next chord. And the other tendency tone, as in all 7th chords, is the chordal 7th. The chordal 7th needs to resolve down. So my local leading tone is that E natural, and my chordal 7th is the B flat. I'm going to resolve the B flat and the tenor down to the A, and I'm going to resolve that E natural up to the F. So my local leading tone, E natural, went up to F, and my chordal 7th went down to A. And then I just complete the rest of that chord. I need an F major chord. I don't want to double the A because that's my leading tone in B flat, sorry. So then I need another note here. I am going to choose to triple the root in this case so that I avoid any parallel 5th problem. Remember, when you're moving from a 5/7 in root position to a chord of resolution in root position, you usually need to omit the 5th, and that's what I'm doing here. I'll show you another example in F sharp minor. So F sharp minor, my 5 chord is C sharp. Then I have a 5/6/4 of 5, and then a 5/6. So my 5 is C sharp. 5 of C sharp is G sharp. So I know that the root of that 5/6/4 of 5 is G sharp. I'm spelling a major chord on that The rest of the notes are going to be G sharp, B sharp, and D sharp. Another way I can think about that is put myself in the key of C sharp. C sharp has 7 sharps. Everything is sharp, so that I know that every note in this 5, 6, 4 of 5 is sharp. It's in second inversion, so I need my D sharp in the bass. And then finally I'm on the 5, 6. 5, 6, my C sharp chord and F sharp minor. That would have an E sharp in the bass because I need to remember to raise the leading tone. The root of this chord equals C sharp, and the rest of the chord is C sharp, E sharp, G sharp. So now I just need to fill in the rest of my voices. For the first 5 chord, I'm just going to double the C sharp in the top voice. Remember that I need an E sharp because it's a major chord, and I need my leading tone. And then I put the G sharp in the tenor. The 5, 6, 4 of 5, all 6 4 chords we need to double the bass. I am not going to do this, putting the D sharp in the upper voice, because I will have parallel octaves, and I don't want that. So let's get rid of that. A better choice would be to move that E sharp down to D sharp, so I have contrary motion between the bass and the alto. Keep common tones where I can, so I'm going to keep that G sharp. It's going to stay G sharp in the 5, 6, 4 of 5, and then I need a B sharp, and the C sharp can move easily down to that B sharp. Now ask yourself, what is the tendency tone in this chord? This is not a 7th chord, so I don't have a chordal 7th. So I need to find my local leading tone. The leading tone of C sharp is B sharp, and I'm going to move that one upwards to C sharp. I can still keep that G sharp in the tenor as my common tone, and I don't want to double the E sharp because it's the leading tone of my actual key, leading tone of F sharp. So I'm going to choose to double the root of the chord, which is the C sharp. So just to summarize, tendency tones, we're resolving these 5, 7 chords, or the 5, 6, 4 or 5, 6 triads, just like we would in the local key. You need to resolve the leading tone, and you need to resolve the chordal 7th downward. Leading tones go up, chordal 7ths go down.